The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.
Good morning. It's day 8. If I sound a bit muffled, it's just because I've got all my wet weather gear on. Just back on the track, heading from Puente la Reina, heading to Estella, about 21 kilometres today. You describe the day as miserable. I don't feel miserable, but certainly the weather conditions look miserable. Low-hanging dark clouds. It's raining, not heavy, but raining enough that you need to have your wet weather gear on or you'd be very wet and soaked before long. Shoes are Gore-Tex. Jerry, it's Gore-Tex. If you remember that Seinfeld episode when George has his puffy Gore-Tex jacket. No, my shoes are Gore-Tex, so feet are snug and dry. Some pilgrims are excellent at getting up in the morning and getting on the path early. We seem to take a little bit longer. We're up early, awake early, but by the time we're ready to leave our accommodation, we've had showers and all those sorts of things, and then pull into a cafe and have some breakfast. At our best, we're probably on the road by 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think today we were on the road by 9 a.m. But yeah, 21 k's ahead of us to Estella. Big day yesterday, the longest walk we've had. Body feels okay. Certainly felt it last night, but it feels okay today. Got 3 big days back to back to back of 20 plus kilometres, and then I think it eases off for a few days. In very wet conditions, we're climbing up a very steep hill at the moment, about halfway up. I think this one goes for about 1.2 kilometres on a very steep incline. We're fortunate because the road's been graded and a lot of small rocks, pebbles have been placed, so we've got good footing underneath. Some parts of the journey this morning have been mud. When walking, I suppose, what do? You know, sometimes we're chatting, other times we're just quiet, lost around our own thoughts. I've also bought some headphones and been listening to podcasts and radio stations, etc. from around the world. Just listening to the NRL at the moment, round 1. And just confirming everything I know about tipping is I'm a terrible tipster. I tend to overthink things, think things are going to happen, and then the complete opposite happens. Round 1, I think I butchered about 3/4 of the round through overthinking it. Jan, you've just climbed a really big hill. In fact, we're not all the way there. We're about 2/3 of the way up. How do you feel?
So, not great. So, not great.
And about the Camino, what are some of the things that you've really enjoyed so far over the first 8 days?
Rest day.
What about the hot chocolate?
Yes, that too.
And the baguettes and the croissants?
Yeah. I think someone's calling out.
Well, this is exciting. There's blue sky. Now, I think my ma used to say if there's enough blue sky to patch a pair of pants, then it's going to turn a clear day. And it certainly looks to be more than enough to patch a pair of pants. I can see the sun trying really hard to get through these clouds. Clouds are moving relatively quickly. Now, which direction are they heading? Be moving away from us, please. We might end up with a sunny second half of this day. I mentioned that this path has been travelled for a very long time to get through to Santiago, for the pilgrimage on the way to the remains of St. James. I also mentioned that Charlemagne had used these roads, also Roman roads as well. Just been walking along part of the Roman path, standing on a Roman bridge at the moment over a creek. I don't know how old this place is, but thousands of years old, I would imagine, and still standing. The architecture is good. It's still solid. Sherilyn, how old do you think this is?
Not exactly certain, but I think it's well over 2,000 years old. It's absolutely amazing. The old paving stones from the road are still here, and the bridge is still here and solid. It's amazing and beautiful, beautiful countryside too.
Yeah, to be standing on this road, to be standing on this bridge over this river for something that's been here for thousands of years and still very, very strong. It's really quite amazing. So we're here, we've made it to Estella, 21, 22 kilometres today, 30,000 plus steps. So another big day back to back. Weather, rain this morning, dried up this afternoon, but plenty of mud around. Our boots, our shoes were covered in mud, and the lower part of our pants was covered in mud as well. A little bit slippery and slidey in places, but the sticks were good. But we made it. Fair amount of hills. We weren't expecting as many hills today as we came across. We're getting fitter. We're getting more conditioned to walking the distance and walking up hills. But the back end of the day, the legs were certainly a little bit tired. Accommodation's nice. Lovely hot shower. It's so good when you get to accommodation and you've got your own private facilities, hot water, shower with high pressure, and a kettle. You don't always get a kettle in European hotels, so to have a kettle, that's a real win in our books. The town here, Estella, the outer parts is a little bit sort of old and run down. The inner part of it is much older but much nicer. Sort of been gentrified a little bit, renovated, shops, much nicer feel. Tomorrow, another big day, another 20 plus kilometres or thereabouts tomorrow, around the 20 kilometre mark, and then we trim it down for a few days.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.